connect today with our skin expert, Dr. Radhika Gupta Heranjal, live from Vapi, Gujarat. Dr. Radhika is a renowned consultant dermatologist with expertise in laser and cosmetic treatments. She is founder of Heranjal Advanced Dermacare Center, Vapi, Gujarat. Doctor, as today we'll talk about what sunscreen is best for us. So let's begin this session. Why should we wear sunscreen?
Most important to first discuss why we should wear sunscreen, very rightly said. So to understand is that the sunscreen is not just something that protects you from natural sunlight. It is something that protects you from all lights. It protects you from the various ultraviolet radiations that we get from the sun, namely the UVB radiation and UVA radiation.
Doctor, now we know that sunscreen is very essential. But when I go and buy a sunscreen for myself, what are the criteria that I should keep in my mind? How to choose the best sunscreen for an individual skin?
Okay, yeah, so that's basically what we'll be discussing in detail today. And I feel since 2019, we've had really good regulations and guidelines that have been put in place. So currently, identifying a good sunscreen for oneself is really not that difficult, because I'll tell you what, 90% of the things are on the box. We just need to read, recognize and understand that, and I hope to cover most of them in today's talk.
For my skin type, which sunscreen should I go for? Do
Okay.
I need to consult my dermatologist before I buy a sunscreen?
So definitely if you visit a dermatologist, your understanding of your sunscreen will improve considerably. And that is one thing. Second thing is a dermatologically tested sunscreen, which is not always available over the counter, which you get from a pharmacy, is far more superior, I feel, as it is more focused on just giving us sun protection.
Are these sunscreen toxic? Can they damage our skin at any point of time?
Yeah, so that is a very important question, and that is a great question, because I think almost every patient who comes into my OPD probably ends up asking me this. If they don't ask it, they feel it कि कोई चीज हम बार-बार लगा रहे हैं तो उसका कुछ तो असर होता होगा. So you need to understand that when it comes to toxicity, the absorption and toxicity are two very different things. When it comes to toxicity, I think we should probably watch out for the sunscreen sprays and the sunscreen powders that have come up, because there is a possibility of oral inhalation, and that's when the compound actually gets inside the body.
What is the best alternative for sunscreen?
Okay, so very good question, because I'll tell you what, now when we're dealing with sun protection issues, and now that the awareness for sunscreen is rising, a lot of people say, doctor, मैं तो पूरा दिन sunscreen लगाता हूँ, मैं तो reuse भी करता हूँ, फिर भी मैं काला हो रहा हूँ, ऐसा क्यों है? So that's because he's also saying कि लेकिन मैं पूरे दिन धूप में भी रहता हूँ. So just understanding the fact that just because you want sunscreen now, nothing will happen to your skin, that's not true. That's also not accurate. So when we're talking about sun protection, there needs to be a wholesome protection, where not only you need to wear sunscreen, you need to prevent as much sun exposure as possible. You need to protect yourself as much as possible. You need to also wear light colored clothes so that you don't absorb the heat. You need to take other precautions as well.
And before we wind up, any concluding note, anything that you would like to share with our viewers? Like
I said, sunscreen is a very long talk. There's no end to how much information I can give you on it, but there's only so little time. Take home message that I tell most of my patients very simply: you go for a bath, you need to apply something afterwards. Let that be your sunscreen.
Like, subscribe, press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.
To know more about on identifying the best sunscreen for your skin, watch the full talk show with Dr. Radhika Gupta Heranjal from Vapi on Beautiful Spotless Facebook page.